Hey y'all, I'm on 3 different streams, both TikTok pages and my YouTube. The reason I decided to go live tonight, this evening, whatever, is because I realize I feel like I be so consumed with creating the content, editing the content, posting the content, that I don't really get to sit and talk to my people no more. I don't like that. When I first started going up on TikTok, which was in 2023, no, 2024, sorry. 2023. 2023. I used to do lives like every day. Sometimes I would go live 3 times a day, but at least twice a day. And my last live of the evening, I always kind of like sat down, talked to my people. We got into the things. That's really how I built my community. Now that I am at over 100K followers across all 3 social media platforms, I feel like I need to do a better job of connecting with my people again. You know? You know? If you know, you know. That said, let me give y'all a little tea. I mean, maybe it's not tea. Is the chomping bothering y'all? Because if so, I put these chips to the side because I've already had one little thing of cheese with my chips. So I finally also feel like I'm coming out of the valley. No, let me not call it the valley. I feel like, because it hasn't all been low. I feel like I'm coming out of the wilderness. Wilderness is similar to the zoo. You know, when you go to the zoo, you see some of everything. Okay? All kind of animals. Some on land, some in the water, some in the trees. They all do different types of things. They're all different sizes. They eat different things. I feel like since the end of 2023, I have been in the wilderness. And what I mean by that is, I feel like God has really taken me through some highs, some lows, some in-between, some questionable moments, some confusion. And I finally... Is that a bug? Hold on, y'all know I don't do bugs. 1 second. That's not a bug. Sorry, y'all. False alarm. Because we was about to wrap all this up real quick. Anywho, I finally feel like I'm coming out of the wilderness. Yeah. I feel like it's been like that since 2023. End of 2023, probably around like, I'm gonna say like November. Yeah, probably like November 2023. Which if you've been around for a while, you know, November 2023, I was living in Tampa. Only lived there for 4 months. I moved there from Atlanta. But what some of y'all might not know is that when I left that apartment in Tampa, mentally, emotionally, financially, I just was not in the best place. And so I put all of my things in storage and I ended up moving in with roommates. How I found the roommates? Now, there is a video on my YouTube, but quick story short, long story quick, I should say. I used this app, and so I was living in this house with these other people. They wanted roommates too, and none of us knew each other. It was a fairly large house. 6 people lived in there. Everybody had their own room, of course. And I stayed there for 90 days. when I went in there, I really was angry with God, to be honest, because I just felt like, why am I here? Why do you have me here in this place? Why do I need to be here? Like, I didn't understand. Actually, I'm lying. When I left Tampa, I moved into an apartment in Orlando, but I was rushing. I was rushing to get into that apartment because I was breaking my lease in Tampa because I didn't like it down there. It just wasn't enough for us down there for me. And so, when I moved into that place, but that's how you know, first of all, God is gracious, okay? But he also is like, you're going to either do what I said or you're going to learn the hard way and you're still going to have to do what I said. So when I moved into that apartment, when I left Tampa and I moved to Orlando, that apartment was not, I left in less than 30 days and I got all my money back. Even got the application fee back. You know, they don't get that back for nothing to nobody. So when I moved out of that apartment in less than 30 days, that's when I moved in with the roommates. I was angry with God when I moved in because I didn't understand why I had to do it, why I needed to be there. But I did say, I want to get rest. I want to get all the rest that I need. Thank you. I want to get all the rest that I need. Again, I needed mental rest. I needed emotional rest. I needed financial rest. I want to get all the rest that I need. And I think probably like the first 5 to 7 days, I probably didn't do nothing but sleep. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to sleep. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want nobody texting me, calling me, checking on me. I just wanted to be left alone. And I would lay in the bed and I would just cry because I didn't know what else to do. I wasn't really sure what to do. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to go here, God, and I'm going to stay here for 30 days. It's okay. Don't nobody have to. Sometimes, you know, you just got to let people come in and get what they need. Take what they need, leave what they don't. And so I don't worry about if somebody tells me that they can relate, because of my own human experience, I know that they can. So sometimes what somebody is saying is just what you need to hear. And that's just what that is. So anyway, so I said I'm going to stay here for 30. Ooh, sorry. I'm going to stay here. Why am my ear itch like that? Sorry, y'all. I said I'm going to stay here for 30 days and I'm out. And that 30 days came and I was like, I don't want to say I like it here because it wasn't, you know, a comfortable situation for me to be in, but I ain't all the way mad at it either. It was what I needed. So 30 days came, 60 days came. I said, all right, let me go ahead and find me somewhere to live. Like for real. Like let me go ahead and get an apartment. I'm in the city I know I want to be in. I can take my time. I don't have to rush and end up in an apartment that I have to end up leaving in less than 30 days. So that's what I did. And I moved in. Oh wow. Let me see. What's today? The 22nd? I think I moved in a year. On Thursday it'll be a year. The 24th. Somewhere around there. So I've been here a year now. And I say all of that to say, the end of 2023 when I was in Tampa, the beginning of 2024 when I moved into that apartment that didn't work out, and then moved in with roommates, then moved into this place, all the rest of 2024, and now the beginning of 2025, I just now am starting to feel, just now starting, okay? Not all the way there. I'm just now starting to feel like I'm coming out of the wilderness. God had his people wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. It's been a year and a half for me. And I am like, whoo, Lord, I almost thought I wasn't going to make it. But I'm telling y'all, I have been in the wilderness, and the wilderness looks like different things for different people. But I just now feel like I'm starting to come out of the wilderness. And one of the things that God has really been laying on my heart heavy this week is compassion. For whatever reason, God wants me to work on my compassion. I thought I was a compassionate person. Like, I feel like I know the older that I get, the more of a soft spot I develop just for even strangers. Like, you know, you see a video online or you hear a story and it just kind of like touched you in a way that it wouldn't have touched you before. I definitely feel that the older that I get, but for whatever reason, God is like, your compassion is not where it's supposed to be. Okay. And I feel like out of all the things that I be telling God I want, the life that I want to live, what I want that life to look like and feel like, God is like, okay, if and when I decide to give you that, here are the things that you're going to have to work on before I give it to you. Compassion going to be one of them. Not that I'm mean and nasty or any of that, but maybe there's something that I'm going to encounter down the line that is going to require an immense amount of compassion. And I don't have all that I need just yet. You know? God will always put you in a situation where you have to clean your spirit, where you have to sit down, and that he has done. Okay? He's done just that. I don't know why I got on here and told y'all that, but that's what that is. Like I said, I really just wanted to get on here like I used to, and in my evening, I would get a cup of tea. This when I still live in Atlanta, I would get a cup of tea. We turn off the lights. The only lights that would be on would be the light that went around my vanity mirror. So it'd be dim, but it'd be a vibe. And I would have my tea and we would just talk. So what else do y'all want to talk about? Anybody have anything they want to share? My eyes bigger than my stomach because I really made a whole second thing of cheese dip. And I'm really about to get that ice cream in there. Baby, that Ben and Jerry's, Publix don't even put that Ben and Jerry's on sale no more because it's so good. They know the folks gonna buy them up. Sale or no sale. Little and all, $6 damn. Them people gonna get that Ben and Jerry's. And when I say them people, I'm actually talking about me. I'm them people. What else y'all want to know? Well, I'll just keep telling y'all stuff. And if at any point you want me to elaborate, just stop me and I'll tell you more. So I really thought that I had hit like the peak of the peak, the heights of the heights when I got invited to go to TikTok in 2023. That was so exciting. But now the girl just got invited to go to another event next month. I'm not gonna tell y'all the place, the brand just yet. But baby, if you thought TikTok was big, she's the biggest. Okay? And I really don't even feel like, well, I know I have just not been, I haven't been, in my mind, I have this formula or this pace of consistency that I would be posting. I'm not hitting that pace, but I think what's more important is for me to hit a pace, to post something, because I be having a lot to say. I be in here talking to my damn self like, damn, I should have recorded that. Damn, I should have posted that. Damn, I should have got on live. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to do right now in this season. That I do know. So I'm just taking it one day at a time, giving myself a little bit of grace here and there. But you know what? I don't let myself be held hostage to that. Oh, I need to give myself some grace. Because I do. But also sometimes I need to stop being lazy. And that's really just what it is. Sometimes I be lazy. I do. Like, I'm supposed to make this vegan pasta for this brand that sent me these new healthy style noodles or something they done sent me. I done had them noodles sitting over there for at least 2 weeks, at the least. It's probably been more than that. I got all the ingredients to make the pasta. And it's a part like I came up with it. I pitched, they were hiring for a campaign. I applied for the campaign and pitched myself. They hired me. So I'm supposed to be making this vegan dish, this vegan pasta, and went to Publix last week, bought all the things I needed. 2 of the things were produce items, onions and spinach. I had to throw the onions and spinach away last night before the trash man came. Because I let it sit in the fridge that long. That's what I mean. Like, girl, you busy, but you could have made that daggone pasta. Like, what? Is anybody else worried? Or, not worried, but does anybody else think this app gonna go away? Because y'all know we only got 90 days from like the first week of April. Or 75 days. I think it's 75 days. He's signed a 75-day extension from the first week of April, which means mid-June, she could be a goner. And I think what's going to be the telltale sign, or if she goes away or not, is the disrespect from that man in that house in DC to the president of the channel. Because China took the deal off the table. Once she started doing all that tariff business, they said, oh, you want a TikTok? You won't get it. You won't get it. So, I really think this app is going to go away. And if you really want to move your community, grow a community, now is the time to start doing it. If they say the app going to go away on June 20th, you can't wait till June 19th to start telling people to go somewhere and follow you. You got to tell them now. So, I'm on YouTube. Now, y'all know I got the gram. I can't stand posting over there. I cannot stand the gram. Can't stand it. But I'm on YouTube. I got 16K, almost 17K over there. And I really like it over there. I don't want to say blew up, but I had a lot of growth between Thanksgiving and like first week of February. And I stopped posting over there. Well, I didn't stop, but I slowed down just because I was busy. I'm trying to get back on it. Testing out an editor. How did I grow my channel? Hold on. I'm testing out an editor. An editor reached out to me and wanted to like showcase his work and what he could do. So I need to record a long form video so he can have something to edit and post it to my channel and see how that goes. I want to do that. I want to have that done before the event that I'm going to next month. So, yeah. I need to start recording now. Anyway, how did I grow my channel? Sorry, y'all. Let me finish this chip and I'm finna tell you how I grew. So, I really cringe when I hear people say, here's how to do this. Here's how to go viral. Here's how, like people will say, even particularly on TikTok, I see a lot of videos trying to convince you or tell you or teach you the algorithm is this. The algorithm changes all the time. Not just monthly or weekly or daily, but throughout the day. She's an algorithm. Literally look up what algorithm means. If you figured out something that worked for you last week, it might not work this week no more. So when people say, and it's very cliche, but when people say just post the content, just do that. As you grow, as you change, the way you think changes, the way you see things change, what you like change, what you eat change, how you work out change. Let your content go along with your changes, with you. Your audience that really loves you and like you will gravitate to that. You can do trendy things, but don't become somebody who just follows all of the trends. Because if you just follow all the trends, when the trends fall off, guess who else fall off? You. Let your content evolve as you evolve. The content that really propelled me on TikTok back in 2023 is different from the content that I post now. I've changed. The city that I live in has changed. The background that I record in has changed. If I was still trying to do the same thing in 2023, now it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't. So there's that. Now you can have a staple. Like you can have your staple thing that you're always going to do, or there's something that you're always known for, but make sure it's something that your audience really likes. That way you can hold on to the audience that you do have and grow an audience that you don't have. My audience really likes my 30-something and single series. Y'all gonna be real disappointed when my man be like, enough of that, because you ain't single no more, bae. And I'm gonna be like, and I ain't. But my audience really likes my 30-something and single series. And I do have a video that I need to finish editing for 30-something and single. I have a couple of different series. I have 30-something and single, Making My House a Home, We Got Food at Home, and Joy Fix My Skin. And in between that, I just get on here and say a little 1, 2, you know, drop a little something on you that was just up here in my brain that I just wanted to post. You know, show you some stuff from TikTok Shop because she's been doing well, which is really why I'm disappointed about TikTok likely going away, because that's a whole stream of income. And it wasn't even the first time she was talking about going away. I didn't even have this stream of income. I started doing TikTok Shop last summer, and it got on my nerves, and I didn't like it. And I had expectations of it when I didn't even know what to expect. Do that make sense? I get it now. I understand it a little better, so I'm back doing it, and it's working for me. It's going well. Oh, baby, I love me some water. I feel sorry for anybody that ever come over my house, because, baby, ain't no juice, ain't no soda. It's not even no alcohol in here. This all I got, and this came out the filter. Anybody else have any questions about content growth? If not, I'm about to switch gears. Okay, so I be on here sometimes. Every time I be on here, I be like, y'all, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna actually do it this time. I'm gonna go somewhere. I don't go nowhere. If you see me do a get ready with me the other day and I had on like these shapewear leggings, I don't go nowhere. Actually, I lied. I went to the gas station and bumped into somebody. Lord have mercy. But I really don't be going nowhere. So I have been saying this for months. Y'all know I'm going nowhere. And I really don't. I be in the house. Comfortable. It's nice and cool in here. Okay, my sheets clean. I take me a nice long shower and take my time doing my skincare. Take my time putting myself together for bed. Okay, I be in here doing whatever I need to and none of what I need to. I just be here minding my business. But I realized last week I gotta stop saying I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna wear. Y'all know I'm gonna wear. Y'all know I'm gonna wear. Y'all know I ain't going nowhere. Because I actually went to go somewhere, and it took me back how disengaged I was. So sometimes I have to get out of the house and go do the work that I need to do, like admin stuff on the computer, answering emails, responding to people, following up on this, looking into that, X, Y, and Z. And if I'm in the house too long, or if I'm just looking at the computer screen too long, I can't focus. If I take my computer with me somewhere, like most people would say, oh, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop. I'm not doing that. I don't drink coffee. Occasionally I might get a little cappuccino from Wawa, but I like to go somewhere that got some good food, got a good vibe, because that helps me focus. That's what I went to do last week. And as soon as I pulled into the parking lot of the place, I immediately, this shocked me because I wasn't expecting this. As soon as I pulled into the parking lot of this space, in my brain, I start saying, I don't really have to go in. I don't even really need to be here. Like, I could just sit in the car and do it. I don't have to go inside and be around nobody. Or I could have just did this at home. I didn't have to drive all the way here for this. And I was like, wait, what? How we get here? Have you not even developed? Have you given yourself social anxiety? Because you always saying, I'm going nowhere. You know I'm going nowhere. You know I don't do nothing. You know I'm going nowhere. You know I don't know nobody. You know I'm going nowhere. That's exactly what happened. It scared me. Because I've never had those type of thoughts just pop up in my mind and me just be like, not afraid, but like overly cautious about going and being around people. That ain't never been the thing for me. Baby, I go to a restaurant and will have a ball by myself. Get a very nice dinner and a wonderful beverage and just have a time. So I leave that place and I go across the street to a place, because that place they end up having live music there, which I do like, but that I went there to like focus, and I took my computer with me. I wasn't there for no live music. So I go across the street and I go in there and I sit down. They had like outside seating, and I sit down at the outside seating and I'm on the phone with my friend. I sat there the entire time I sat there. I didn't order no food. I didn't order no drink. I literally sat there on the phone with my friend until I finally got up, walked back to my car, and drove home still while talking to my friend. Because it was just something about being there, and it was something about being outside and being around people that was bothering me. And the only reason I could think that was the case was because I haven't been outside. I haven't been around people. I haven't been going nowhere. And I always say, I ain't going nowhere. Oh, I ain't going nowhere. Oh, I'm gonna go somewhere. No, y'all know I ain't going nowhere. I have to stop that. That scenario last week actually kind of scared me, because I don't want to be no recluse. I don't want to be a prisoner in my home, like afraid to leave. Do y'all remember shows like that? It used to be shows like that. Like, I feel like it was like a Hoarders type of show, like that kind of like same format, but it was like people who just had these weird phobias. Maybe it was on MTV. True Life, I'm afraid of X, Y, and Z. I don't want to be one of those. So that's what I saw happening. I've been going places just to let me put some clothes on. I ain't got nowhere to go, but I'm gonna go somewhere. Cause we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Part of the problem is I don't have any friends here. When I moved to Cleveland and I moved to Atlanta, it was easier for me to make friends because I worked the 9 to 5. And so I made friends through coworkers. And that developed into, this coworker introduced me to their friend. I get acquainted with them. I meet another friend. That's how that happened. But because I don't work on 9 to 5, I don't see people. Like, this is it. So I haven't made any friends. I want to, kind of, sort of, not really. Like, my sister, if you're watching this, love you down, girl. But I had sent my sister this TikTok, and he was talking about it was something about a cruise. Oh, did y'all see that video? This what it was. This guy had set up his phone. He's recording himself. He's on a cruise. Him and his friend, his female friend, the guy is gay. So it's this gay guy, his female friend. He set the camera up as they're sitting at the table, and he's drinking. He's drinking the drinks, and they're talking about, oh yeah, this tastes like this. You know, this tastes like that. Yeah, this is real tasty. So then this lady comes over to him, not knowing he's recording. She said, is you that guy that was in the club? Was that you last night? I don't know if she said club. She said, was that you last night that had on those silver pants? Or them red pants, whatever color she said. Was that you that had on the red pants? He was like, yeah, that was me. And she was like, I thought that was you. She was like, I knew that looked like you. She said, well, here go your hat. And he said, oh my gosh. And he turned his friend. He's like, I was just saying, I think I lost my hat last night. And she said, yeah, but I found your hat in my room. And so he was like it caught him off guard. Like, I don't know, maybe his friend didn't know that he had a little rendezvous late night before he went to his room or whatever. And so he was like, your room. And so he had to think, he probably was drinking. So he's like, oh, he was like, he was like, your friend, Rodney, what's his name? I don't remember what the guy name. I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember. Basically, he was saying, "Oh yeah, I was in the room with your friend last night," and she said, "What you mean, my friend?" And he was like, "The guy, Rodney, like the guy," and she was like, "My husband. That is my husband." And he was like, "Oh shit!" And he went to turn the camera off. Y'all haven't seen that? Hey, friend. I'm excited about Saturday, friend. I started to text you earlier today, but I was like, I know Pasha's in the office today. Let me not bother her. But yeah, so I sent that to my sister, right? Because my mama thing is she loved to do a cruise, child. So every other year they be cruising or we be cruising. Sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. Last year I didn't go. I didn't want to. So I sent it to my sister. And my sister was like, just talking about like how much fun the cruise is. I was saying, girl, it'd be a whole reality show on the cruise. I'm gonna have to plug up this iPad before she died. And she was like, we need to do a cruise. We need to do a girls trip cruise. And she was like, talking about who she gonna invite. And she was telling me to invite Pasha, Tiffany, CK. She was like, put it together, like, let's put it together. Let's start planning it. Listen, I love my friends down. I really do. But I don't want to go on no girls trips. I don't want to be around you bitches. Sorry. If I go on vacation with somebody, it needs to be my man. Like, I don't mind going on like a trip, like with one person. Like, me and my sister go somewhere, or me and Pasha go somewhere, or me and Tiffany go somewhere. Like but a girls trip, like a whole gang of it. I don't want no babes, no. I need my pussy licked and my ass smacked, and can't nobody do that but my man that I don't have yet. But I'm gonna be getting one soon. Just you wait. But I don't want to be. I just don't have the desire for that. I don't. Not at this big age. Yeah, I'm ready for a vacation. Okay? I need to be getting bent over the balcony by my man. I don't want to go nowhere with them hoes. Love y'all down. But it's a no for me, dog. I'm a pass. My sister can do that damn girls trip, cruise, or whatever she want. I won't be in attendance. I didn't even go on a cruise with my family because I just didn't feel like being around. No. In any rate, I do need to figure out a way to make some friends. I don't know. Oh, so now my sister is moving back to DC, right? So some type of way, some had came across her page, and it was basically this girl in DC saying she wished she had some friends to do things with. She's in the DMV area. All these DMV girls started commenting on her comment or her post. And she was like, oh my gosh, like I did not expect this type of reaction. Like, y'all, should I make a group chat? She actually made a group chat. It's 100 and some girls in there. And they've been hanging out. Now, obviously, not all 100 and something at one time. But like my sisters, because my sister's in the group, because she's gonna be moving back up to DC next month. And she was like, yeah, girl, I can't wait to go out with them. Like, they be going places, like they go to brunch, or they'll go like out to dinner, or I was like, that is so cute. I wouldn't mind doing something like that, but here's my thing. It's got to be some parameters around it. I need the people to be my age. I don't want to do something like that and it be a bunch of 21-year-olds trying to go out with me. Because the 21-year-olds and me don't want the same kind of going out. The kind of going out I want is a bit more sophisticated. I don't even desire to be out too late. Baby's at 12 midnight. I'm already in the house. I'm in the bed rubbing my feet together. I've already went out, had the food, drank the drinks, met the man, exchanged the number. I'm home in the bed. That's number one. Number two, it's got to be somebody that look like something. Not sorry, I don't want to hang out with no ugly bitches. They can't dress. I don't. I just don't. And also, I would like, this one isn't a deal breaker, but I would like to meet some women my age who also do not have children. Because see, when you 38 and you ain't got no kids, you can come and go in a way that moms can't. Okay? You can do like me and eat chips and cheese dip for dinner in a way that moms can't. All right? When I wake up in the morning, I don't have to worry about feeding nobody breakfast, making so sure anybody got ironed clothes to put on their body. I'm trying to figure out what's going to go on mine. Okay? And I'm not even waking up in the morning, but y'all know what I'm saying. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Honestly, I'm more of my, I don't want to say focus and I don't want to say intention. I would just say my guys is a little more pointed towards a man more so than a woman. And sisterhood is great. And, all of that. But the older I get, the more I realize that my core group of friends, I don't really need them all. It would be nice to have some in the city that I live in, but it's not necessary. It's not. Bitches be weird, okay? And although the Lord has done a lot of working on me, I am still at who I am at the inner core of my being, and these bitches will get slapped. Move, okay? I can't go to jail. I ain't been to jail at 38. I can't go now. It's too late. It's too late. I'm not acclimated. It just wouldn't work out for me. So there's that on that. What else, y'all? What else y'all want to know? This is my main page. No, I don't want nobody to co-host. It keeps saying invite people to co-host. I don't want nobody to co-host. Unless Pasha want to come on here. Pasha can come on and co-host. Ooh, let me hook up this thing for a die. YouTube, I'm gonna move you real quick so I can plug you up, girl. Y'all just gonna have to see the other camera right there right now. Oops. All that. See, I done dropped my iPad.